If the chew mouth open. If the open mouth chew. Being late to dates and refusing to plan ahead a few days. I am busy and want them to respect my time the way I do theirs. Had a guy that was almost 30 minutes late to our date. I was just waiting outside a bar in the dark that whole time. There wasn't a second date. Music snobbery. Having a difference in music taste is one thing, but behaving vile towards a band, song you genuinely enjoy, nope. Add to that a suggestion of what one should like. See ya. I slip in that I'm an Evanescence fan on first dates just to see if they're gonna be an ass about it. Tears of joy. Guys who ride motorcycles. Nothing against them, it's just a personal preference. When I was younger, I saw a guy going relatively slow on a surface street get into an accident. He died right in front of me. I can still remember it, how easily he died. I can't see motorcycles as anything less than death traps, just these little things you're speeding around on, exposed to the elements. People can talk all they want about safety gear and statistics or whatever, nothing will change my mind. If a guy rides a motorcycle, that's his choice, but it shows a huge disconnect between our ideas of risk, and I can't build a relationship with that large of a gap on something so important. Nothing on them, all on me. My fiancé died in a motorcycle crash. I can attest to your concerns. Spitting on public places. It disgusts me. Spitting, in general, is revolting nauseated face. People who barely ask me questions. No, so how about you, at the end of a statement, etc. I openly share about myself, but at some point it becomes apparent that you don't think to ask me anything, or actively want to know anything at all. This is why I'm a little hesitant to get back into dating. I'd message people and ask some basic questions and get answers with no and you? Or questions back. I got tired of trying to make the conversation happen. Men who wear their pants off their waist with boxers out. Immediate no for me. That's called sagging. Smacking on food. Chewing gum with mouth open for me. Just no. They don't know the difference between their and their your and your. Yup. Poor command of grammar is a deal breaker for me. You're beautiful. GTFO. I won't date guys named Robert. Fair enough. I won't date anyone named Daniel or Dan, but especially if he goes by Danny. Honestly, I find it unattractive when a man tells me they frequent strip clubs. Nothing against the women, but I just personally couldn't be with a guy that just visits strip clubs by himself on a regular basis. Different if he was with a group or something when single, but I don't know. I mean, if your idea of a good time is to go by yourself to a strip club every Friday and have a beer while you get a lap dance, you're not the guy for me. I think going to a strip club is weird in general, but paying to have boners in public with your friends makes it weirder for me. Person shrugging. Being friends with exes who are obviously still into you. My husband's ex wanted to be his friend, which I didn't mind till she literally told me she hates me because she wanted to be with him. She's angry at the fact that we're together and have the house with the picket fence and children. She's nuts. I don't mind them being on good terms, as in cordial if they see each other, run in the same friend circle, but my ex was friends with several exes and would hang out with them behind my back. Even when he claimed he didn't do anything, it was super suspicious. Not dealing with that again. Longer torso, shorter legs kinda bothers me. Haha, that's a good example of petty. This is so petty, but bad texting habits. Like bad grammar, terrible spelling, shortening words in a really weird way, TMR we should do smthg togther, being really unnaturally cheesy. Especially if you're going out of your way to write full words and complete sentences. I feel you on this. How they smell. That's a huge one for me. When men are really tall, I'm only 5 feet 1 inch and it genuinely makes me feel weird when guys are like upwards of 6 feet 1 inch, like claustrophobic when they're close to me lol. Hard agree. I'm also short, 5 feet 10 inches is my limit for dating. Anything above is way too awkward. Also, I don't want to carry a giant baby. Leaving the tall guys for the tall ladies. Super into guns. Sorry. Smoking. I work in healthcare and see the late effects of smoking every day. Therefore I will never date a smoker for those reasons plus the awful stink. If I see a butt crack automatic ick, it's over tears of joy, tears of joy. LMFAO. My mont's ass is always hanging out. I'm like, how do you not feel a breeze going in your crack? How do you not know your ass is just out? How they carry themselves overall. I wouldn't do a second date with one guy, because the way he walked reminded me of a clown. Ha ha ha, what? What does this look like? As in his feet faced outwards? Refusing to try new foods, or making faces over it. I understand some people have food allergies, texture issues. But if you don't have any of that, and act like a toddler over trying something new, it's a no for me. Yes. I could never. I call it a child's palate. Like a man who refuses to eat vegetables. I couldn't imagine making a child's dinner for a grown-ass man because he won't eat anything else. People with no tolerance for spicy food. Now that's actually petty. Love it. Hygiene. I met a guy and was shocked to find out that he had black teeth. Flecks of his teeth would shoot as he talked. He tried to tell me that hygiene isn't important and you're shallow if it is. Shallow bi baby. That's not petty, that's having standards. Loudly crying. Hygiene should not be a debate. Honestly, loudly crying.